Welcome back to the channel, if you're joining again. Lovely little thing, very nice and tidy. What's he got on the clock? Not many miles. 35. Just done mock MOT on this little thing. It's in for PDI for car sales, and it also needs front brake pads. Do a simple little video for once. We'll do an oil change, obviously the front pads, and we'll just run through it and show it. Very basic, but someone out there might find it helpful. So if you fancy seeing any of that, stay tuned. First things first, pop the hood. Obviously, there's your dipstick, and there's your cap for filling the oil. Looks funny on that van, doesn't it? Looks a bit lost. Got to do it on here because obviously Dan's got a cam belt and service going on that van over there, so overkill ramp. Fit two of them on here. We are going to need 12 mil Allen key, or one of these jobbies for your 3/8 ratchet. Better make sure that's right actually. Yeah, all good. 12 mil. Now, I mean, you can just use a normal a ratchet, but we're lazy, really, so we just use an electric one. Like so. Don't lose that. Right then, let's slow down to a drip. We'll swap this for a shallow, wider tray, just quickly, because we're gonna undo this oil filter now, and the oil will run down here, and obviously 9 times out of 10 when you undo that, oil will start coming out of there. So just use a wider tray to catch it. I bet it's not hand tight. Not a chance. One thing you can use is one of these, like rubber band filter wrenches, but I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of room to move it. You could use one of these, but we typically use one of these things for gripping the filter because it's just a lot more compact. So we just, see what I mean? Told you the oil was going to come out. Just make sure your trays are in the right place, obviously. Let a little bit come out. Just be wary, because when you do get it off, when you pull it away, you have a load more come out. So just bear that in mind. Like so. New filter. A little bit of lube on there just to help it spin on. And all we've got to do then is do it hand tight. Like, quite tight by hand. Don't need a tool to tighten that up. Just a bit of brake cleaner, just to clean that down, remove the excess, and just give it a nice wipe. Keep it nice, looks nice and fresh. Drain plug, just start it off by hand, like so. Wait till it gets a bit tight like that, and then just nip it up. That's all you need. And then just clean that away like we did over there on the filter. That's that bit done, just draining the oil. Again, pretty simple. I mean, if you're doing this at home, same method applies. If you were doing it on the floor, on axle stands, obviously, exactly the same process. Right. We're just fortunate that we've got ramps so we don't have to lie on the floor. But we did start off rolling around lying on the floor fixing cars. These are a luxury now. Our next part, oil to go in. The oil for this particular one, they're pretty much the same across the board on all these normal Fiat 500s. The 540 fully synthetic, obviously wherever you're getting your oil from, they should supply you with the correct oil, but if you're in doubt, you can always go online, which is a luxury these days, and check. Next thing is, it won't use 5 litres. We've got the luxury, we have our auto work system where we can check up all our capacities and that, but you can still find out online. 2012 Fiat 500 oil capacity, just type it in and it'll come up and it will list the specifics, etc. On these, you've got your markings, which is very helpful. So what we do, well, pretty self-explanatory really. Just pour it in, make sure it's not running out anywhere, and then keep checking the level on the bottle until you get to your 3.8 litres. Now that is roughly where we need to be. That's a really annoying noise. Put your oil cap back on, the dipstick in, right down there. We'll crank it over, let it run for 10 seconds to get the oil through the filter and that. Turn it off, leave it for about 60 seconds, and then we'll come and check the level on this just to make sure. Wipe it off, right down the back, put it in, and there's your level. Right on the top. Just about pick that up, I think. So that's good. That's that side of it done. That's the oil side of it done. The next thing is to reset the service light. If you are changing it because it says that it's due a service, all we got to do, ignition on. This one, for instance, doesn't say that it's due a service, but it's a car sale, so it's been done before it goes out to the new customer. Usually the notice will come up across there. If it does, what we'll do, ignition on, and then on the accelerator pedal, just 1, 2, 3, and then usually it will reset it. Simple as that. Cool. Right. Hopefully that was helpful. That's covered. Just gonna now finish the PDI that we're doing, pre-delivery inspection, top up the fluids and that, tyre pressures, etc. And then we'll get on to changing the front brake pads. Change of location. That ramp's free now. It'll be a lot easier to do the brakes on a 2-post than on one of these, I tell you now. So let's get that done. Bump, bump, and we're on. Right, let's get to it. Get rid of that. 4 17mm bolts to make life a little bit easier. 8mm Allen key. If it's a little bit rusty, you can just. Now these are usually pretty tight. In fact, this one might be even tighter than normal because I've just noticed all that. We'll see. Alright, there you go, she's done. Take that out, we'll grease that up in a minute. Very simple. Pin those pliers, give it a little wiggle and a pull. That's your little clip out the bottom. A couple of knocks, get a punch. Don't lose it. Give them a little tap. You can get to work on cleaning them bits up. Rough. Discs are fine though, which is good. No discs for this customer. Give the caliper a good old clean up as well. Whatever really, stiff brush. I've just got one of these little brass brushes because it was the first thing that come to hand, but anything that will clean the old dust off and that. No wear sensor in this side. Put that up there for the minute. There's your pads. Just slit him through there. Just dry fit them to start with, make sure they actually fit. They should do, but sometimes you might end up with the wrong type, but these are fine. After that, we need to push this piston back in, get the old pad. And you can use a number of things. You could use G clamps, but we just use these big grips because it's a bit quicker and easier. And squeeze, essentially. Squeeze it back in all the way. There you go. Pistons flush now, all the way back in. Quite important. Any metal surface that's going to rub on there, put some copper grease to stop it squealing. Nothing worse than having squealy brakes. And then just plop them back in there, like that. Same for the other side. People have got different ways of doing this as well, but this is how I would do it. Copper grease, again, on the surfaces that are going to be metal on metal. A lot of people just cover the pads in it, but I don't think that looks too nice, to be fair. Nice dollop look, and that's good enough. Right, pin's greased. Take note of where the little hole is for putting the pin back through. Slide that into there, into there. You just got to wiggle it a little bit to get it to line up. The hole, little tap, find your pin that I hope I haven't lost. There it is, just a little wiggle. Make sure it's secure, make sure it won't just fall out. That won't just fall out. Okay, that's that. Pin back in there, line that back in, get your ratchet ready, line it up. You'll fit, I mean, you do well to cross thread it. Right, it's biting, it's going in, so we get that done up. One, and then just nip it up. Don't do it so tight that it will snap, that is more than enough. See? Pretty basic, pretty simple. That's that side done. I'll do the other side quick now. And like you saw on the other side, this side is the one that's got the brake pad wear indicator. All it is a simple plug on there, and then if you pay attention to the pad that come off, it was on the bottom. So we would plug in on the bottom one. You pop that in. So where's my pliers? There we go. Just there. And then we'll just, don't squeeze too hard obviously, don't want to break nothing, just use your judgment. It just pops through like that. And like I was saying, that will then sit in there when it's in, and then once it's all back together you can put it back on the clips that hold it and all that. It's pretty self-explanatory. One important thing, always torque them up between like 120, 130 newton meters. Wait for the click. Second important thing, check the brake fluid. I mean, obviously you've just pushed the pistons in, so the level would have risen up. Let's give it a little tap. You see it wobbling around on the maximum there. So that's good. And there's a third most important thing after changing or doing anything with your brakes. Now you've pushed the pistons all the way in on the calipers. If you put your foot on the pedal now, it'll go right to the floor. And you've got no brakes. So what you do is you pump it just a couple of times just to get the pedal stiff. Very important. Shout out to Miles if he's watching. There we have it. Little guide, little step by step I suppose on just a basic thing, like why not? We're going to be doing lots of these. We could do these sort of, we want to try and sort of cover like video wise in the future going forward, sort of every job on every car. I mean, you couldn't, could you? Like, there's millions, but basic stuff like that people could do at home on their driveways, so to speak. Plenty of those on all different makes and models. Obviously we do a lot more in-depth stuff. Big thing at the minute we've got loads going on with is all these wet belt systems. Anyone who knows what a joke they are. We've got loads of that going on. We do everything here, pretty much. Like we do engine changes, head gaskets, you name it we do it, pretty much. If we've got time. Sometimes we have to turn the jobs away because we can't have something sat on a ramp at the moment for like a couple of days. When we expand, we'll be able to offer a much wider range of services. I hope anyone out there found that remotely useful. To some people, they might not be able to afford to put it into a garage and they want to find out if they could do it on their own. If you're not sure on what you're doing, don't try, because they are your brakes at the end of the day, and engine oil. You don't want to mess that up. It'd be pretty hard to mess it up, but you never know. I've got to give a shout out as well to one of our subscribers who gave us a wicked bit of information on last week's video. Lucky Smiler, Alan's Autos. Good shout, giving that link to that video. Like, we've never actually had a BMW with that sort of problem before. It was the first time thing, and generically you jump to, well, it's not the joints, it must be the steering rack. It was just that bushing. Big shout out to you, thank you very much. The customer was definitely happy. It didn't cost a lot of money to fix our car. But yeah, again, massive shout out. Like, information that, you know, every day's a school day. It doesn't matter how many years you've been doing whatever job, there's always someone out there who will know something different to you. No one can know everything. Some people pretend to, don't they? But thanks for tuning in, as always. Joy along on our little journey. We're not far away now, if you've been following along. A matter of weeks now before this is all signed off and our station is fully licensed. Like, everything's in place now. Everything's ready to go. We've just got a little bit of mess at the back to sort out. That's the Jensen Healy engine and that. If you haven't seen any of that, go through the channel. You'll find a couple of first two videos of what we're doing with that thing. If you like what you see that me and Dan get up to and all that jazz, hit the subscribe button. Let me see you on the next one.
The moment, full take a gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, fast lane.